Hi guys, it's me, Karen. If you don't know yet, I'm from Karen's Intuitive Jewelry. So first up is a big thank you to all of my subscribers. I am rapidly approaching, I think, 3,600 subscribers. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you all. So I appreciate my new subscribers. I love getting comments and interacting with you guys. I really try to answer any questions anybody might have. So keep them coming, and suggestions. I love when you guys, ask me to try and do this or that. So I just want to thank you. It means the world to me. And in particular, today, I have to give shout outs to my newest contributor, Zara. I don't know how exactly you pronounce it, but thank you so much for the cups of coffee. I really appreciate that, and I think of you when I have my morning coffee. And then a big thank you to my I can't believe I have 3 monthly subscribers. Wow. And we're having fun. I do special perks at each level, and I hope that you're enjoying it too. And if you'd like more information about participating with the monthly membership, please go over to buymeacoffee.com/KT Fun, KIT Fun, I think. It'll be listed in the description box below. And check out the membership information, how you can just buy me a cup of coffee. I mean, I think it's $3. So that's an easy way to contribute to my channel. And I appreciate you guys so much. And here we go. So I want to mention this artist. Her brand name is Precious Grains. And I know her first name is Sybil, but it's spelled Sibel. And she's fantastic. Does soft soldering and some other crafts too. I think lots of macrame stuff. She's from Australia, so she's just so talented. I have been inspired by her on several of my most recent projects, the double stoned ones and whatnot. Anyway, I saw some of her newest pieces, and I want to make sure that y'all know that I am not infringing on any copyrighted properties, because as try as I might to replicate other artists' projects, the truth is I just am not capable of doing that. So that's not an issue. They're just way more talented than I am, and I just get inspired by their designs and then want to create them too. So it's always has my spin on it. So I hope you know that I am not infringing on anyone's copyrighted products. But the recent pieces she's put out, I was a little curious and had to figure it out. It appeared that the copper foil tape she was using had like these little peaks, like they dipped down and then they had peaks that she then put just delicate little dots on, and I thought that was really super cute and different. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm always trying to get that tape on perfectly even, and this gives us the opportunity to not be so perfect and really embrace different things, which is what I love about it. So I went about trying to figure out exactly how she achieved that, because I have these scissors, right? I have several pairs of these, and you can get them too. They're on I got them on Amazon. They're like pinking shears. This is a scalloped one. I have 2 others. One was actually my beloved mother's sewing real pinking shears. I mean, they're twice as heavy as these are, but they were that zigzag. And then I purchased a different zigzag that was much smaller, and I've used them in projects, so you'll probably see them if you're scanning through. But so this is what I was thinking about, because I had originally also bought a set off of Amazon. I think they're these decorative edged scissors that people use in making cards, right, for cardstock, and they have all kinds of different edges. And I ordered those, and I think there was 7 in the pack, but they were plastic and they just tore up my tape. I think they're really designed for cardstock, so I sent them back. I was not happy with them, and that's when I ended up with these. So I just want to show you what I was struggling with, trying to figure out how she was achieving this, because typically you would, right, cut just the edge off to get your scallop, right, to put on your stone. That's how it's worked for me before. But I was trying to get the ridges, and I even like experimented with cutting the paper out, like, with this little curved scissor to see. But I was struggling. I wasn't figuring it out. And then I sat here and I played around with the scissors and this and that, and then I realized that she's not cutting the edge. She's taking the copper foil. We'll say, let me cut a piece off. Okay, so say this is the copper foil. Instead of cutting it here, like I just demonstrated, she's coming to this edge and cutting it. And then look, there's the peaks. So see the difference? So I figured it out, at least where on the copper foil I needed to cut. And then I went back and really had a good look at some of her other pieces, and because I tried to, be as uniform as I can, and realized on her pieces they really weren't. So it gives us even more permission to be creative. So I measured the tape. I'm going to do this cabochon. Measured the tape, how much I needed with the hangover length. I folded in half. No, I did not fold it in half. I'll show you. I had this template, and I laid it. I decided on what size I wanted, and I laid it like I picked, say, this one, and laid it out, and then I took a Sharpie and just drew that in, moved it over, lined it up, drew that out until I had them all marked. And then I got my little curved, these are just manicure scissors, and I just cut, see where I had them marked, and I just cut them out. So now these are more uniform than this one. This one I practiced on, because I'm learning to practice instead of just jumping in there. So this is going to be the copper foil tape. Now it looks a little beat up because I handled it so much cutting these out. So we'll see how this works. So let me get the tape on, get it burnished, and I'll put the first layer of solder on, and I'll be back. So you guys, I have to share this with you. I'm trying to keep this shorter, but I stumbled on this. Look at that. Can you see that? Cool pattern there. I was just trying to like put a second layer on to build it up a little bit, and I was shaking. And I'm shaking, and so it's kind of tapping the solder, and I got that, and I'm like, I tried to then intentionally do it when I got about here, and I managed to do it. So that's cool. Let's see if I can show it to you better without this. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it now. That's pretty cool. That'll look great when I put patina on it. And I am using the Silver Bright since I'm going to be doing a patina. So I'm going to see if I can get that effect all the way around now that I stumbled onto it. And who would have thought that my shaking would lead to a cool design? Wow. So there's something to be said for that. But anyway, I just put some more flux and picked up a little bit more solder, and let's see if I can do it. I was just trying to get a little bit of a bead going, and I was shaking, and I'm like, oh, look at that. So let's see if I can get this. See? So there you have it, guys. If you want that effect, just do some quick tapping and move the solder along. Wow. And then of course when I want to be able to do it, it's really a quick motion. Now I'm not getting it. Okay, but let me continue. Okay, and now I'm going back over these, just the points, and putting a little decorative dot on those points. And not a big one. I don't want them big. I kind of want them small. And if your piece gets too hot, let it cool off. I'm just picking up a little, putting it right on there. And if it doesn't form a point, you might need some more flux. Because the flux, you know, burns off pretty quickly. Just a little bit. And this does take practice, I won't lie. I couldn't do it for over a year. I couldn't figure it out. I tried everything. My first year, I was just beside myself because I was not making very nice pieces, that's for sure. And I honestly was ready to give it up. Oh, look at that baby. It's giving me grief. That's too big. And it's always a little challenging if you have to remelt it, but I recently had a new viewer ask about demonstrating how to make spikes, which I don't think I've ever done. I may have a little shot or two in a different video, but I couldn't say for sure. But we're going to do that. And then somebody else asked me how I keep my tip so nice and shiny. And you guys, if you've watched more than a couple of my videos, you know I'm always talking about cleaning your tip. If you put it down and you pick it up, clean it. If you put it down, you pick it up. I don't care if it's 10 seconds. Okay, let's see what we got. That looks pretty. And I managed to get that effect all the way around. It's funny, isn't it? Okay. Cooled on, and you can see almost like little crowns. And test your little dots if they come off. Okay, let me think about a bail, and then I will tidy this up. Tidy up the back a little. Put the bail on, wash it up, and I'll put the patina on. And here we go. Lots of texture on this piece, so the patina ought to look good. Now never work off of the cap or in the bottle, because you can cross-contaminate it. And you don't need much. It's hard to dump that little bit out. That's probably a third of a capful. And you really don't need much, as you'll see, because it works instantly. And you got to be careful, because I've learned my lesson too, that, you know, if you're not real familiar with the stones, it can hurt it, because it's basically, you know, an acid type wash. So I try to work quickly and try not to dump my stone in it. And you can always do another application to get it darker. But I try my best not to expose the beautiful gemstones. I used to just plop them in there, but yeah, I've learned my lesson. And the longer you let it sit, the darker it'll become. And typically people don't leave it black, but I suppose you could. I have never done that. But you would definitely want to seal it. I've heard people talk about it flaking off and stuff. I'm like, huh. Okay. Pat that dry. Let it dry, and then I'm going to wash it off. And I don't like steel wool. A lot of people use steel wool to, you know, do the highlighting. I just use some wet dry sandpaper, like a real fine grit, and then just clean this up with what you have. Keep a dedicated bowl, and then I just put it in here, take off my glove, and it's all nice and neatly packed up for the garbage. I'll be back. And this is after buffing it up from the patina. Those cool designs on the side. That looks great. And I like the little bitty dots on the kind of crowns almost. And how the tape, you know, is even designed. What do you guys think? I love it. I think it looks great. And of course, this is a pro polishing pad for that final nice little shine. You can also use Fabulister and your a mop, one of these mops I like to use, and you can use your rotary tool or your flex shaft. Oops. Oh, so many cords and whatnot. Can always do that. Let's do a little bit of that on the back. How about? This can be kind of messy, so you want to put a mask on. Oops, it's not plugged in. Oh, there we go. And you do have to wash the polish off. So you put it on, and then I'll have to wash it off with soap and water again. I'm still getting used to this baby. It's so powerful that it will yank something right out of your hand if you're not holding on tight. Okay, let me go wash this back up. It's just another step. So if you want to use this pro polishing, it's good too. I'll be back. Okay. Shiny. And you can pair it with a cord. And I paired it with a ball chain. And lovely strawberry quartz. Pretty big piece. So there's those two, and I want again to thank Sybil from Precious Grains for inspiring me to think outside the box even more than I already do, because I wouldn't really have thought of doing these, you know, like a hand cutout. But hey, it works, and it just stretches your own creativity even more. Ooh, look at the sparkle in that. What a beautiful stone. And this is turquoise azurite, I believe. So there's today's projects. Let me know your thoughts. And once again, thanks so much. Bye.